In sprint car racing, Steve Kinser was one of the greatest drivers of all time. Perhaps he even was the greatest. In a career that lasted from 1978 to 2015, Kinser won the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series Championship 20 times, along with 690 A-main races, including the Knoxville Nationals 20 times. During his lengthy career, Kinser also tried his hand in NASCAR. That is what we will be looking at. He first competed in the Cup Series in 1993, driving for Folsom Racing at the Daytona 500. A poor qualifying result meant that Kinser started 25th out of 27 cars for his qualifying race. The race would be short-lived, though. On the third lap, Kinser and Stanley Smith crashed, causing Kinser to retire and finish 26th, resulting in him failing to qualify for the main event. Later in the year, Kinser and Folsom teamed up at Talladega, but they failed to qualify again. Kinser returned to stock car racing in 1994, but not in NASCAR. As the defending World of Outlaws champion, he was invited to compete in IROC, becoming the first driver from his series to compete there. In IROC, Kinser would get a win at Talladega, where he led for 25 of 38 laps and finished 6th in the championship. For 1995, Kinser expanded his stock car activities in a big way. Not only was he invited to IROC again, as he had repeated as the World of Outlaws champion in 1994, but he would be competing in the Cup Series full-time for King Racing. The organization, owned by NHRA legend Kenny Bernstein, had won 3 races since debuting in 1986. This time, Kinser was not at a realistic chance of missing Daytona, as the entry was ranked high enough in the 1994 owners' points to likely fall back on a provisional starting position. If necessary, Kinser would end up needing it, and he barely qualified, as he started in 42nd place last. In the race itself, Kinser gained some positions early, but remained towards the rear of the field. On lap 28, Kinser lost control in turn 1 and moved up the racetrack, causing him to collect Phil Parsons. Both drivers retired, and Kinser ended up finishing 40th. At the following race, Rockingham, Kinser again qualified poorly. This time he was 39th out of 42 cars, and he was off the pace for most of the race. Ultimately, he finished in 27th place, 56 laps down. Things improved somewhat at the third race of the season, Richmond. There, he started 36th out of 38 cars and finished 9 laps down in 28th. By this point, Kinser was 34th in points. At Atlanta, Kinser qualified in 23rd place, but his race was short-lived. On the 10th lap, he made contact with Brett Bodine and would crash out, resulting in a 41st place finish. The following race, Darlington, would have 2 issues for Kinser. On lap 75, after starting in 32nd place, Kinser got together with Ward Burton, causing a chain reaction. Although Kinser did continue, he did not go much further, as an engine failure ended his race with a 40th place finish. Kinser's season got even worse at Bristol, as he ended up failing to qualify, and he repeated this indignity at the next race, North Wilkesboro. After 7 races, Kinser had failed to finish higher than 27th, and he completed just 36.7% of the season's laps to that point. At this point, Bernstein released Kinser in favor of NASCAR veteran Hutch Stricklin. In the remaining 24 races, Stricklin got 5 top 10 finishes, headed by a 4th at Dover, and he qualified on the pole position at Rockingham. It should be noted that Bernstein acquired new equipment early in Strickland's stint. After being released by King, Kinser never entered another NASCAR race. In IROC, he did finish 2nd at Talladega in 1995. Kinser returned to the series from 2003 until its demise following its 2006 season, but he only had 1 top 5 finish out of 16 races, which had fields of 12 cars each in that time. Kinser returned to World of Outlaws full-time after his NASCAR experiment without missing a beat. He won 18 races, including Knoxville, in an abbreviated 1995 campaign. Kinser subsequently won the championship 6 more times and made the top 10 in the final standings in every remaining full season he ran. Kinser's NASCAR career consisted of entering 9 Cup Series races. Of those races, he started 5 and had a best finish of 27th at Rockingham in 1995. Furthermore, he had 3 finishes of 40th place or worse. Objectively, Kinser's NASCAR experiment was not a success. Flow Racing is the home of live and on-demand racing content from NASCAR, USAC Racing, the Chili Bowl Nationals, the All-Star Circuit of Champions, and more. This includes events, original programming, rankings, and behind-the-scenes footage. Go to the link below, also in the description and pinned comment, for a special subscription sign-up from me, Ryan Holman. Monthly subscription rates start at $12.50 per month. Now we're off to the races.